What is it I always say? No matter how much stress and strife we get put through by this Indiana Fever team, we're always one good performance away from all being right with the world. And all is right with the world after tonight, at least for now. Do I have confidence that we're going to be able to keep this night after night after night? Not even a little bit, but the Fever did a great job tonight, and there's a very great game plan that they stuck to and executed well. And the result was they're able to weather a great first half by the Atlanta Dream. So many threes going down. Jordan Cannon was on fire. She cooled off there in the second half, luckily, as tends to happen. They weathered the storm, and their offensive play was really good. When Caitlin was on the floor, they pretty much let her cook. You have to put the ball in her hands. You have to let her dribble it, make her own shot, and make other people's shots. And sure enough, she got everybody involved. She got herself involved first and foremost. That's the most important thing. She is the most important cog in this machine, and she got everybody else involved as well, and that paid off in the end. Come the fourth quarter, everybody was on fire. Sophie Cunningham, good lord, she couldn't miss. Had kind of a tough season shooting. Not in all season she's done, all the dirty work, the hustle rebounds, and a lot of really good defensive plays she did tonight as well. Some of those rebounds she got, just out hustling the other team, out hustling Atlanta, but man, she was on fire from beyond the arc. Definitely a spot up shooter. She needs to, if she dribbles it, she needs to try to take it straight to the basket and try to get a foul or pass it. If she takes a couple dribbles and then shoots from the outside, they need to fine her or make her delete one of her Instagram bikini posts, which we'll all be very upset about. But you gotta do what you gotta do to win sometimes. So, but that's and then Caitlin was out for some time. Obviously, I know they're trying not to play her too many minutes, and when they did that, then they could run that offense that they ran when she was gone. That's when you put Ari McDonald in and let her run the show, and they can run the style they ran that allowed them to have some success, some really good success with Caitlin out this last time when they won the Commissioner's Cup over a very good Minnesota Lynx team, and then just beat the living hell out of the Aces. You can do that, and again, they're both ways to get everybody involved. The best way to get everybody involved is put the ball in Caitlin's hands. She's not going to hog the ball. She's not going to just dribble, dribble, dribble. If her shot's not there pretty quick in the shot clock, she's going to find a way to get other people involved and look for cutters. Her and Aaliyah Boston were back on it tonight, and that was so good to see. In fact, I think they should have done a little bit more, but that's okay. We got it. She fouled out, which to me those last two fouls are quite ticky tack. It didn't really matter. We were pretty much had it done by that point. But I feel like she did a great job on Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner's so much taller than everybody. I don't see how she's not just dominated the league, but it is what it is. But yeah, Leah did a great job. Kelsey just draining the threes. I know she got off to a little bit of a slow start, but she kept going. That's the thing about her. She's going to keep shooting. She's going to keep working, and she did just that. And if I mentioned I really, really like the way she plays, I love her style of play. I think I say it in every post game interview. But yes, interview. Good lord, like anybody's interviewed me. All my videos after the game, I really love her. I love the way she plays. It's awesome, and it fits. Tonight when when you have Caitlin, playing the way she does, it's good to have Kelsey who can do the spot up shooting, and when Caitlin's off the floor to take a little more of the ball handling, do some of her ISO stuff. ISO's okay in moderation, and when Caitlin's out there, it allows her to moderate that, and that's a good thing. And like I said, Leah did good. Lexi Hull didn't get much playing time because Sophie was so darn good. So the Hollywood Blondes are kind of but when she was in the game, she did a great job as well. And again, Ari McDonald, very, very proud of her. Very happy to see how she handled it tonight. As the backup point guard. Might be backup, but that doesn't mean she's less important. Um, you need somebody. You can't play Caitlin 40 minutes a game. I don't know if you can play her 35 minutes a game. She needs a little bit. She needs some rest time, and that's where you need a really good backup point guard. Natasha Howard did really good tonight. I felt like she just really hit or miss. and it seems like if she doesn't get started good, she kind of never really finds it. Would like to see Michaela Timpson out there a little bit more, but hey, we won, so we'll take that. And I just hope the coaching staff saw it tonight and realized, okay, this is how it's done. You have to give Caitlin Clark the ball and let her run the offense when she's on the floor. She's better at running an offense than you guys are from the sidelines. You know, I know you guys are looking at more pieces than her, but once you get on the floor, you have to let her do her thing. I know she didn't score a ton of points tonight. Her three ball's still not falling, but she took it to the paint and got a lot of really tough inside shots from the paint. She adapted. Like I said, that's that inside game. If she can develop that, which looks like she's pretty well developed it so far, you know, that's gonna that's what's going to carry a lot of things because you can't just rely on one thing. You have to have a bag, and it looks like hers is developing quite nicely. Um, but like I said, just very proud of the overall effort by Indiana because Atlanta was red hot in that first half. I was like, oh boy, here we go. I mean, I knew a lot of it was Atlanta was just killing their threes. They were just hitting three after three after three, you know, and just going up big and thinking, oh boy, we're gonna fold when we fall behind like we normally do, but we didn't. So very proud of them for weathering that storm and coming back in the second half and playing with intensity and understanding that eventually those shots are going to stop falling as much as they did. It's a pretty ugly game, honestly, in a lot of ways when Atlanta really likes to muddy up the game and just really play a lot of just slog it out on defense in the first half. I mean, Caitlin hit the deck 3 times, and we were all worried. Kelsey hit the floor. Sophie hit the floor pretty hard, and like she was kind of rattled for a minute there. Who was it? Ryan Howard. Who was that from the? I forgot. One of the Atlanta players who I guess already had a pre-existing leg injury. Somebody hit the deck. I think might have been Kelsey, if I'm not mistaken, or somebody hit the deck or got shoved to the deck by another Atlanta player into her knee, and she had to get carried off. She came back in the second half, but didn't really look all that good. You could tell she was favoring it, and they probably need to just hold her out for her sake and the team's sake. I guess I thought her coming back in would energize the team, but that didn't happen either. So, but that was like I said, I'm not that's the stuff the league's got to clean up, and like I said, luckily it wasn't that way in the second half, but just can't have those grinded out slog fests. Anytime Brittany Griner's there, you're not going to see much artistry out there. You're just going to see a lot of muscle. And again, kudos to Aaliyah. She's done a great job, just going muscle for muscle with these big people. Showing some teeth, you got to. And she's finally doing it. And like I said, she got some ticky-tack fouls at the end to cause her to foul out. But we'd already had it won by that point. And also a good job by Indiana once we got up, staying up. We took a 9-point lead in the fourth quarter. I know I got PTSD. I'm sure a lot of other people watching did too. They got 9 points. We were up by 9 points. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. But carried it out, got about a 20-point. I forgot what the final score was. I actually watched this one to the end. I can't remember what the final margin of victory was, but just great job. And like I said, it's we can't pretend like everything that's happened leading up to this didn't happen. And hope the organization doesn't, but I hope the organization and the coaching staff understands. It's got to go through Caitlin. It does. I get, you want to get everybody involved, and you want to. You need to keep everybody involved, but you have to trust Caitlin to do that. And she can do that. She's going to pull. Sometimes she's going to be feeling it and going down the court and pull up for a logo 3 for anyone else has a chance to touch the ball. That's okay, because she's not going to do it every time. She's going to, look for those cutters. She's going to, try to run an offense and try to get things done fast. And then, for the 2 or 3 minutes per quarter she's not playing, put Ari out there and let her, run it the other way. You can do that. And also, I was very happy to see Ari and Caitlin on the floor a couple times, and I feel like they kind of, understood their roles a lot better, and adapted to each other. So that's a good thing. So good job by the Fever. That was a good win. Weathering that big storm by Atlanta. Atlanta was just so good in that first half, but Indy held on. That's what they're capable of. They just have to focus on keeping that up and doing that. Give the ball to Caitlin and let Caitlin run that offense when she's out there. Let her run it. Give her the green light to do whatever she wants and trust her because she will do the right thing. Maybe not every single time, but her heart will always be in the right place. So, congrats to them. And like I said, hopefully we can use this win and build on that. Hopefully. Just going to enjoy this one and enjoy it till the next one. So, thank you guys, and I'll talk to you later.